Welcome to In the Zone, Action Zone Wrestling here on Friday afternoons at 12:30 p.m. Thanks for tuning in. This is not like any other show you've seen. It's a discussion show. You know, we're going to talk about some of your favorite topics here in wrestling, not only in Hawaii and AZW, but around the world, WWE, TNA. I'm DDB. I'm your host today, filling in for Felipe. And please welcome my guest at this time. First, to my left, he is a former heavyweight champion, former tag team champion in other promotions. He is the pioneer of Hawaiian strong style. He is Kaniala. Welcome to In the Zone. And of course, next to me right here, this man needs no introduction. He is one of the officials here in AZW. You know, the unsung heroes. He is Arthur Pinpin.
Contrary to popular belief, I too love AZW.
And finally over there, this man needs no introduction. He is none other than Kenryu Takadoki.
Yes, sir!
Kenryu. All right, and I see you brought both the orange and the white belt
Yes.
to go along with the AZW heavyweight title belt. So it's almost like levels. You start up there, you end up here. Right? One day, right, Kenryu?
Yes.
One day.
One day.
All right. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right down to discussion. You guys are ready? You guys ready to talk? I know you guys got opinions. Let's just get it out of the way. First of all, I'd like to thank all you guys for joining me here in the zone. Kaniala, let's start with you. Tell me about your life. No, I'm just messing with you, man. I want to talk about, we got Arthur Pinpin here, referee. So we know all about wrestlers. We know all about valets, even managers in some senses. Let's talk a little bit about referees. Let's talk about the referee's role in a match. Let's talk about like your experience as a referee here in AZW.
Oh, well, I mean, our role as referees, we gotta keep order because otherwise I think it would be a madhouse out there. Just, you know, like dogs running in and big people running in. Without like referees like myself and senior official Richard Hamasaki, it would be chaos. Chaos.
Absolutely. Richard, the master of the tackle and roll.
Tackle and roll.
Did you teach him that technique?
Oh no, that was from his heart.
That was all him.
Yeah, probably some secret, ancient Chinese secret maybe.
It might be. I mean, what about you, Kenryu? How do you feel about referees? I mean, do you like referees? Do they just get in the way of your technique?
Referee, they cheat. Every time, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
But they say 2, only 2. You don't know how to count. You count slow.
You don't know how to
You
pin.
have to get a bigger muscle like me.
You
So
don't
you
know
can
how to
count faster.
No, you don't know how to pin.
That's a pin.
I count Niban, each Niban.
Speak English. You're in America.
Okay, doke. Takadoki.
All right, what about you, Kaniala? I know you have had some issues in the past with referees, Arthur being one of them, dating all the way back to when you first got into the wrestling with NWA. How do you feel about referees?
Well, it's true. They're supposed to be keeping order. They're the law, but I break it.
Yeah, who's been your favorite referee in your business? Not I mean like personally, like.
Personally, I mean, Chico, he was a really good referee. Striker was really good. There's times big boy here and the skinny one, Hamasaki, is okay.
What about you, Kenryu? I mean, who has been some of your favorite referees? I know you haven't been in wrestling as long as Kaniala, but you have some favorites that you enjoyed?
My favorite is, of course, Arthur Pinto.
Thank you, thank you.
Because he is 1, 2, slow. But if he do push-up and go to the gym and do some training, he will count very fast, very fast. You have a potential. Train.
Thank you.
Train.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
How about you? Who are some referees for you, Arthur? I mean, have you grown up being a fan of referees, or is it just more like something you just kind of got into with AZW? I mean, is there any referees that you kind of emulate or you kind of respect and you kind of?
Emulate or respect a referee? No, usually they're like the butt of the joke, I'd say. But I actually like referee Nick Patrick, especially during the NWO era, because I mean he was that seedy type of referee, the one that you can't really trust, but he does his job anyway, and it just adds to the emotion, to the drama. And there was actually another referee that did the same thing in Dragon Gate, Dragon Gate Volume 1 on DVD nowadays. And
Or Showdown.
Or Showdown too. When they come down, you gotta get your tickets. Anyway, so they had their groups, Typhoon and the other one, the Black and Blue, and they had that referee wearing the black and blue stripes, and I thought that was kind of cool, and he actually got into a match, and thought that's the kind of emotion, that raw emotion that should be in every match, you know, because the crowd gets into it, the wrestlers get into it, and Yes, it just makes for a. It kicks up the attitude, the energy levels higher, just a little bit more.
You ever catch yourself like during a match like becoming a fan and actually like get caught up in a moment and you're like watching it?
Oh yes, there are many times like I see one of like your talent like take a major bump, and I'm like I'm shocked for my life. Like, should we call 911 right now? So I, immediately got to check on him, and but everything pretty much ends up okay.
Who's the most disrespectful wrestler to you in a match?
Oh boy.
And this
Well,
is in the zone. This is in the zone. We don't bite our tongue here. You talk to that camera. You
Okay.
don't know who's the most disrespectful.
Honestly, Mark Anarchy has put his hands up on me hey, but you're okay. I like you. You're Takadoki is my Tomodachi, is my friend. And I think I said that wrong, so I apologize to every Japanese viewer right now. I never got a chance to ref his match, but I think your cousin, Koriki Takadoki, yeah, he kind of like, he pushes me around in the back. Well, when he was here, but now he's off somewhere doing things. So yeah, mostly Mark Anarchy.
Yeah.
Most hated wrestler.
Yeah. Mark Anarchy. Arthur Pinpin doesn't like you. But just be happy Richard Hamasaki might still like you. So that's good.
I still do. I do my job, boss. I call it right down the middle.
Hey, absolutely. And hey, and like I said, I give you guys full reign to do what you guys need to do. I mean, it's you guys have the power once that bell rings, to call it down the middle. And so that's the way it works. What about, there's the wrestlers, like I said, and they're the main component as far as what goes on the ring. We talk about the referees. What about announcers? You know what I mean? Because they're the ones that tell the story to the audience watching at home. They're the ones doing the play-by-play. I'll start with you, Kaniala. Who are some of your favorite announcers in general, like just in wrestling in the past that you really enjoyed? Like who was probably your favorite broadcast team?
In Hawaii or in general?
In both.
All-time favorite was Jim Ross and the King. But one I really liked, you can't even find it unless someone has the tape, is Battle Hawaii, you and Reed Shimizu.
Reed Shimizu. You guys remember Reed? You ever heard of Reed Shimizu, Kenryu?
He is from the news.
Yeah, he used to be on the news. Yes, Reed Shimizu. How about you? You remember Reed Shimizu?
No, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. But you remember DDB, right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that was fun. Reed Shimizu was fun. What about you, Ken? Who are some of your favorite announcers?
Some favorite announcer, anyone in Japanese, but we are in America. So I have to say the best announcer was Norendo Hongo because of a Pizza Hut. Very good. Yosh.
And he's Japanese, right?
No.
He's not?
It's Chinese.
Oh,
Chinese.
okay.
Hongo is Chinese.
Oh, okay. How about you? Who are some of your favorite announcers?
Hands down, the announce team of Dangerous Daryl Bonilla and Kenryu Takadoki.
Ah!
It was
That's
actually,
right. We did a good job. That's right.
It was really good.
Bravo is in over here.
I'm just interested if Felipe was the host today. If it was like Felipe, right? Pretty much right now. Yeah.
Felipe's got his potential.
Felipe's got yeah, he does got potential, and he says nobody says W quite like Felipe.
No.
For me, I mean, what about some of the announcers of the past? Like for me, one of my favorites was Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. I think as far as color commentary, I thought Bobby Brain Heenan was like top notch, and nobody could like work with Bobby quite like Gorilla Monsoon. What about some of your players? I know you mentioned Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross, another good team. What about you guys? Not just in Hawaii, like in general. Who are some of your favorites growing up when you were a young Kenryu?
When I was young, I was not watching wrestling.
What were you watching?
I was fishing.
What were? Tell
But
us about
in
it.
Japan, Kenryu love fishing. Every day, one day, strong wind, strong sun, strong sake. But no fish.
No fish.
One day, Kenryu fall asleep off coast of Japan, wake up, of course, Waipahu. And now, Kenryu in AZW. Ding!
I don't think he answered your question.
I think he actually did. He probably, in his mind, he probably did. Maybe, if people, hey, in the zone, anything can happen here and in the zone. It's Friday, it's 12:30 in the afternoon. I mean, you're home, you're probably, calling in sick to work or calling in sick at school or whatever. So, you're here, you're watching us. So it's fun times. Now let's get to what goes on in the ring with wrestlers. Who are some of the wrestlers? Now, I know other shows they talk about wrestlers in the past, like in general. Who are some of your favorite wrestlers in Hawaii? Not counting yourselves. You guys kind of count yourselves. So who are some of your favorite wrestlers to watch in Hawaii? And not just now, just in general.
That's from Hawaii? Or?
That wrestled in Hawaii, like in all the promotions, some of which we all wrestled for.
So has to be the wrestler in general in Hawaii. Like kind of like Ricky Steamboat or Sam Steamboat.
Yeah, I'm talking about like in Hawaii wrestling. Because, I mean, I'm sorry to break everybody's bubble, but Ricky Steamboat's not really from Hawaii. I'm sorry, but he's great. He's great. No, he is from Hawaii.
Well, his family is.
He is, yes. His family is from Hawaii, Kenryu. I stand corrected. But I'm talking about just in general, like in Hawaii wrestling history. Like if you go back in Hawaii wrestling history.
Saying that.
I know. Who's some of your favorites? Like, who are some of your favorites in Hawaii?
Oh,
Wrestling back in the old days, Polynesian wrestling,
So,
58 state wrestling,
Not
WLW.
counting, not counting myself.
Not counting yourself.
Not counting myself.
Said wrestlers.
I'll get there. I'll get there, good sir.
Honestly, even though I mentioned that I don't like Mark Anarchy's like out of ring and in ring antics, he is one of the best like technical wrestlers right now, and it actually is an honor to be a ref in his matches because no one currently, even nationally, can work the crowd like him. So, you know, without none of this stuff like, oh, I'm Randy Orton, I'm John Cena, boo, yay. Yeah. No. Mark Anarchy definitely right now. Oh, and you, in your heyday, of course, sir.
Oh, yeah. Talking about working the crowd.
Yes, I mean, you've threatened to kick people out, and dogs too.
Yes.
That just shows how things are done.
Exactly, man. Hey, if the ref's not gonna do it, somebody's gotta do it.
Sorry.
And then Richard had his hands full literally that night, so it's, you know, I had to do my part, you know what I mean? So, come on, Kenryu. Who's your favorites?
Of course, it's Kuriki-chan, but I have to say, the wrestler that I like very much is Niju Minakaku. And don't get me wrong, I say this because every time Niju gets in the ring, everybody say Niju sucks, Niju sucks. And then everybody starts to cheer when he gets beaten up. How many guys can do that in Hawaii wrestling? People pay to see Niju Ninkaku get beat up like a little boy in high school.
I pay for see that too.
Yosh, even me. He is Japanese, but very small. Very small,
You know,
but very big.
I gotta say, yeah, it is fun watching Niju get beat up. I gotta admit, I mean, it is fun. It's even fun beating him up sometimes as well.
You should know.
What about you? You mentioned some of yours in Hawaii?
Steamboat. I can't remember a lot from back then.
What about
What
you?
now?
What about like Yukon Mac Russell? Was he one of your favorites?
Hell no.
Bone Crusher?
No. I actually wrestled him, so no.
No, not Bone Crusher. No, not Bone. Lars Anderson.
No.
I think we gotta go like, we probably gotta look like maybe more current than maybe for, like what about on the current roster? Who's some people that besides yourself that you would enjoy? You enjoy their matches or you enjoy what they do, whether you like them or not. Who some people you enjoy?
Athletic, Sabaki, KPT, Bolt, Mark.
So the entire AZW roster.
No.
Except Niju.
No. He's a quitter.
Hey, yeah, it's true. You know, well, the emperor doesn't pay him enough, I guess. You know.
That yen to dollar exchange rate, you know, doesn't work out for him.
Arthur, you're a little bit too serious at this time. You're giving me those beady eyes.
I'm
Why
sorry.
give me the beady eyes?
Sorry, it's just a little
Just gotta-
dusty in the studio, sir.
It's Olelo, you know what I mean? We gotta, we make do it. I mean, look at the setup. We got the nice tropical trees here. You see those type, where you're from, Kenryu?
Huh?
These type of trees?
This is a Chinese. I'm a Japanese.
Man, I keep doing that. There's a
This
reason
is
why
Kung
Felipe
Fu-
is the host.
Kung Fu Panda, like a Kuriki-chan.
Isn't he your cousin? Isn't he from Japan too?
Yosh, but he goes to China to train with the Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
Who?
Kuriki-chan!
We still talking about Koriki?
Yosh!
Koriki.
Kuriki-chan.
Koriki.
Kuriki-chan.
That
Let me
had a lot.
Hey, no, let me ask you. I gotta know, and I know that the wrestlers backstage wanted to know this. Okay, during the whole Richard Hamasaki incident, and we're calling it that, you know, for legal reasons. Say, where were you during the Richard Hamasaki incident in Waianae? Where were you?
I was backup. You know, they always got the cavalry waiting until the very end of the the movie because you know you don't want like all these like superstars to like jump in at the same time and steal Richard Hamasaki's thunder. That's like having Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren and Stone Cold Steve Austin all in the same movie. You know, that would never happen. That would never happen.
So what if, let's play some role play here. Say you were in the ring, and some giant guy from Waianae gets in the ring with his two sons. We assume it's his sons. They might be illegitimate. We don't know. We just assume it's his sons, right? They jump in the ring. They want to celebrate, you know, because it's AZW. It's fun. The dog got in the ring. What would Arthur Pinpin do? I mean, would we be talking about lawsuits right now if Arthur Pinpin was in that ring?
Oh, I wouldn't lay a hand on him. I'd just give him that look, you know, that. That too. Believe me, no lawsuits with this, because, I mean, you can't really tell the cops what happened when the Takadoki's secret weapon goes into where it has to go.
And where does it has to go?
Not China.
What is that?
1,000 years of death.
1,000.
Of death?
Death.
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 Oh, death.
Death.
Would you teach Richard Hamasaki that move?
It's easy. You stick this up the ass.
What the what?
Sure. Turn
Oh,
around.
no, thank you.
Let me show you.
No.
Come on, Pinpin, be a team player.
Oh, I've felt that before, and I'm up to like.
You
3,000
felt that?
right now. Yes. He's like a ninja. He's, despite being an all red, shiny shiny mask.
Some people like this. Some people like
So Pinpin took it in the ass. Is that what we're basically saying?
Yes, yes.
Oh my God. But I want to end it with this, talking about the history of AZW. We're going into our 6th year in AZW. And so I want to talk, we all been in here quite a lot, some of us from the beginning, some of us a little bit more recently. Let's talk about, and we'll start with you, Kenryu. What has been your personal favorite moment here in AZW and your least favorite moment here in AZW?
most favorite and most least. Let me go in a chrono trigger order. First, in Tiger Muay Thai in Sand Island, when the Kenryu play with the right to get the PPT, then Kenryu climb top rope all the way to the 2nd floor and say, "Yossa!" Jump all the way top, 2-story onto PPT, whoa! Just like grip. Then my least favorite moment was 2 seconds after that, when Kayumana take a burst and hit the Kenryu in the back. Not nice. Not nice.
How about you, Arthur? Favorite, least favorite?
I'll say I was a referee for that match. It was not between you and PPT, and when I saw that red streak coming down from the 2nd floor, I knew that AZW is what's up. So that's up there like one of my favorites. There's been so many. I mean, Dog running into the ring at Waianae. Not Dog the Bounty Hunter, no. That would have been possible.
That would have been good, brah.
Would have been great,
Cigarette.
Oh, thank you. Push. No smoking that. But so many things. Oh, and when your cousin came in, and you know, you guys were like an up-and-coming tag team. That was great too. But I honestly have to say that the best moment for me would be the red streak, the red bullet coming down from the heavens to crush PPT and bring them down, because you were somehow controlling the electricity that night too. The electricity was in the air. I mean, the power just kept going out. Tell me that wasn't you. Speculations, Kenryu, that must have been you.
Think so?
I know.
Yes.
All right. How about you, Kaniala? You've been here for a while here in AZW, so you might have quite a lot of favorite and least favorites. If you could narrow it down, what would be your favorite and least favorite moments for you
most
personally?
Favorite personally would be when I won the AZW title for the first time against the Rage at Waianae.
How'd you win that title, by the way?
I goaded Rage to challenge me in Waianae and hit him with a sledgehammer, pinned him 1-3
Where'd you hit him with the sledgehammer?
in the face.
And he had a broken leg. Like he had a
I
legit
hit that
broken
too.
leg. But that's rage. That's rage. You go him into the fight, he'll get in broken leg. I can do 20 raging hells on this broken leg, and
You actually did too?
So you hit him in the face and broke his leg.
No, he had a broken leg.
Oh.
And I hit him in the face,
And
pinned
hit
him,
him.
then hit him in the leg.
So you hit him with a stick.
A schneck.
Sledgehammer.
ain't that about a bitch?
Yeah.
What about least favorite moment for you?
Least favorite would be, I mean, it's actually two. It's wonderful matches. I mean, that's like one of the top of my favorite matches. But the feeling of it was going through a freaking table with Athletic and missing the table, and hurting for like 3 weeks, and getting knocked. In second match is getting knocked out by Kaimana with no shin pads, and not knowing the match until seeing it when I get it on DVD. Yeah, didn't like that.
I wouldn't like that either. I mean, for me, yeah, you guys all mentioned some great moments. I mean, I just remember a lot of great moments involving kendo sticks here at AZW. Whether it's when Koriki took that kendo stick from PPT, we haven't seen him since. All I remember, and then you took a kendo stick from Kenjiro. That wasn't nice.
Not at all. No.
I mean, like that could have been nice. So a lot of kendo sticks. For me, the favorite moments is probably just getting AZW started and just seeing it where it's become now, man. We're going six years strong and still going. So for me, it's like, keep the memories coming. We've got a lot of them. Some of them we made it right here today on this episode of In the Zone. So for Kenryu Takadoki, Arthur Pinpin, Kaniala, I'm DDB. Thank you for tuning in the Zone every Friday afternoons, 12:30. You can still catch us every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, for the best wrestling on the planet. And by planet, I mean Earth. I'm Goth till later on.